occasionally when nature was completely exhausted, on a pallet that had been brought in during his long fainting fit. My aunts remained constantly with him for some weeks. I do not remember how many. He could not remain still. When at last he left his room, he rode out, and from that time he was incessantly on horseback, rambling about the mountain, in the least frequented roads, and just as often through the woods. In those melancholy rambles, I was his constant companion, a solitary witness to many a burst of grief, the remembrance of which has consecrated particular scenes of that lost home beyond the power of time to obliterate. He drove himself as though sheer movement could alleviate his loss. In one of the first letters he wrote after the disaster of September 6, 1782, he said, "I had had some thoughts of abstracting myself a while from this state by a journey to Philadelphia, or somewhere else, northwardly. Rumor had Jefferson nearing madness. I ever thought him to rank domestic happiness in the first class of the chief good," Edmund Randolph told James Madison, "but scarcely supposed that his grief would be so violent as to justify the circulated report of his swooning away whenever he sees his children." His epitaph for Patty came from Homer, from the heart of the Iliad. He had the words inscribed in Greek. Only the educated would be able to share in his memorial to his wife. Alexander Pope had translated the lines Jefferson selected this way: "If, in the melancholy shades below, the flames of friends and lovers cease to blow, yet mine shall sacred last. Mine undecayed burn on through death and animate my shade." In his mind, the connection with Patty was eternal, able even to overcome the customs of Hades. For now, though, a phrase on the tombstone captured the unavoidable truth. Martha Jefferson, intermarried with Thomas Jefferson, January 1st, 1772, torn from him by death, September 6th, 1782. A month later, he was alluding to the possibility of suicide. This miserable kind of existence is really too burdensome to be borne. Were it not for the infidelity of deserting the sacred charge left me, I could not wish its continuance a moment. His world seemed to have died with Patty. All my plans of comfort and happiness reversed by a single event, and nothing answering in prospect before me but a gloom unbrightened with one cheerful expectation, he wrote his sister-in-law, Elizabeth Epps. He would endure, for Patsy,